London has changed. Probably my last visit, says Neil McCoy Ward. You have the channel there. Guys, welcome to the channel. As always, if you want to learn more about survival and preparedness, you have the channel with a ton of information. And I always recommend my books, Street Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse. These are books that will get you a lot better prepared for the tough world in which we're already living in and things that are ahead of us. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not great news in general. You know, we are looking at a world that is increasingly more complicated, more dangerous, more difficult, at a enormous loss of the quality of life for the middle class and definitely for poor people. But in London specifically, and UK specifically, things are particularly bad, and people are noticing that.
Random topless guy. I would not want to take any cash out of this.
Man,
another tent here.
I saw a lot of those, yeah.
That's a lot of police. Oh my gosh, what just popped out of that tent? Oh, we got some craziness going on over here. It's so great that the cleanliness levels here in London. What is that stench?
It stinks.
What? Take pic. And that's the first one I've seen so far.
So it's so funny because we literally just walked through the airport and already Neil got stopped by 2 policemen because they were asking him.
The first thing that kind of blows your mind is even when you get out of the plane, just in the airport, it smells like damp, like humidity, you know, like a damp apartment. If you've ever been in a place that has like water leakage somewhere, it's just, well, that is because of how, yeah, damp and wet it is all the time. But if you add to that all of the social changes, I mean, weather is not going to be helping you anywhere in UK. But if you add to that how things, I mean, the people living, the homeless people, the crazy people, the influx of people from certain parts of the world, well, it's all quite obvious.
Why he was filming. It's like, even if he was taking, he said he was taking a picture, but it's like, even if he was taking a picture or filming, like, does it really make a difference? Like, we're just in an airport. It's not like we were going through security or anything. It's just weird.
Okay, we're on the Elizabeth line here. Pretty nice trains.
Yeah.
Well, that was a weird tube journey. Sat next to a narcissist doing some sort of dance and a makeup tutorial on the overground.
Yeah,
All
a
right,
lot of
well,
people in the
it looks like
streets.
this flagship store still hasn't been taken. This is years now, and it's still empty. But Oxford Circus here is pretty sort of busy, I would say, for a weekday. It's not too bad. All right, free cash withdrawals. I would not want to take any cash out of this.
Disgusting, man. That's not even
Boy.
That's
Okay, so
not
behind us here we have the perfect scam. So what these groups do, you'll see it says hungry, please help, God bless. So what they do, they actually came to the Isle of Man and they lasted 1 hour before what happened, Kristen?
They were arrested.
Yeah, they were arrested. The police came, arrested them, and they put them in front of the magistrate. Within a few hours, they then went to prison for 21 days and they were removed from the island. So at least the Isle of Man knows how to deal with the begging gang. It's that same sign every time, so that's what it looks like. Now they've all been filled by souvenir shops and, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's not so much the problem the souvenir shop. It's all of the shit that you see beside that.
Souvenir shops, we know what that means. Does anyone know why there's so many men just sat on the floor in...
Why are so many men just sitting on the floor? Where is it? In what part of the world do you see just men waiting around doing nothing at all, just sitting on their asses? Where else do you see this sort of thing?
The streets now. I don't know why. Here again, just...
They're criminals! What do you think they are? They're all criminals. Any reasonable human being in the middle of the day is probably working, doing something. And if you're not working, you have some free time, you go enjoy your time, you go somewhere, you do something. Just sitting on the street like a bum in the middle of the day with a bunch of other bums, that probably means, yes, you're a fucking bum.
Off Oxford Street here we have this beautiful art installation. As you can see, modern art, lovely. We've now got people, okay, walking down
People
to
sleeping. That is a
Leicester
lot. You
Square
see a lot of it.
here then. Okay, it's getting really busy now then. We're getting closer to Leicester Square here then.
Yeah.
Okay, here are the infamous sweet shops. If you know what I'm talking about, drop a comment below.
Yeah, yeah. And this is still kind of nice, all things considered. I mean, it's sort of third worldly and shady, but
We are going into Leicester Square here then.
these are all popular tourist places. It's not even
2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Well, this area was all closed down a couple of years back, but it's all open again now by the looks of things. Bit of construction going on over there.
it is. It's not what it used to be. I remember the first time I went to London being a
Just
very young
another
kid.
day in London.
What is it? What is this? The National Gallery, something like that? I think it is, right?
Yeah, what about at night? Would you walk around at night
No,
still?
I still don't think I would walk around at night, especially on my own.
No,
Of course,
lady.
I'm with my husband. I think if I was on my own again, I'd be a little more conscious.
Even with
about
your husband,
everything,
don't.
But all in all, it's okay. There's loads and loads of tourists, and I think if you don't stand out and you don't look like a tourist, and you just kind of
You look like a tourist all day, but it's not so much that. Yeah, you avoid at night these places, but in the tourist places, you're okay. You see a lot of these bums and people, and homeless people, right? And lots of the Middle Eastern sort of fella that you see all over the place doing, as they said, doing nothing in the middle of the day, just sitting. It is, anyway,
blend
a
in.
real
I
shame.
think that's probably.
We're lucky if we can get a taxi these days. And in the Emirates, they could have these flying taxis.
Yeah.
The Elizabeth line is... That's a lot of police.
Yeah, as touristy Buckingham Palace, that's kind of what it's. This is Buckingham Palace, right? Yeah, I got that right. Sort of looks. Yeah. So yeah, definitely doing the tourist thing, but even then you see the difference. The place has definitely changed a lot from what it was a few years ago, and not for the better. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be all for now. See you on the next video. Take care.